I think you saw this week, I am really beating up babies. Is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn?
He was quite upset that Conor Benn left him.
Is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn? This guy's supposed to be your friend. You're crying.
All right, welcome back. Dana White comments on the Conor Benn leaving Eddie Hearn situation. Please make sure you like, share, comment and subscribe. Me hear more what he's saying on this. Seems to have forwarded talking about this after Conor Benn has left, and I've also got a video of Conor Benn talking about what's happened. So big up the people around this. So I don't know, it's all kicking off. Let me hear this.
And he made more money. He's going to make more money, and he had the right to match it.
So he's basically saying that Eddie Hearn should be happy that his friend made more money, because there's been a lot of talk about this sort of personal relationship, and that's what Dana White's saying on it. Well, he should be happy he made more money, and also that he had an opportunity to match it. But obviously Eddie Hearn's saying that he didn't have an opportunity to have a phone call.
He could have matched it.
I think he said he tried and Conor Benn wouldn't return his calls.
What a crock.
Bit of strong language.
We're literally beating up babies.
Thanks, Dan.
I think you saw this week, I am really beating up babies.
That is a bit of a... I mean, I don't encourage any violence or anything like that, and I don't like the reference to the young people. Leave them out of this. But it seems that he's just seen it as... Dana White's just seen it as business. He's defeating a more junior business opponent, and that's the lay of the field, really. That's what Dana White's saying on it. And I guess it's understandable, but from Eddie Hearn's point of view, it's always going to be about that kind of personal relationship. And if at the end of it you see someone saying that, you know, devastation, it's gonna create some feelings to see Eddie Hearn down there. But let's see what Conor Benn's saying about this situation. Hopefully this one doesn't have any copyright music on it and that. He's made the choice for his family. Big up Boxing King Media for supplying the footage. Let's hear this.
So the obvious question I'm going to ask you straight away is, why Zuffa Boxing and why Dana White?
Okay.
Well, listen, it wasn't an easy decision.
So he's asking them, why did he go to Zuffa Boxing? Why Dana White? Let's hear.
It was a decision that, you know, weighed heavy on me. But it was
so it did impact on them. That one's got a bit of music, but I do think that later on he does say that he made the choice for his family, and that's the thing. You know, I was saying yesterday in the other video, if you could look at it on the channel, that he's got to look out for himself and his family. Obviously, boxing careers are pretty short. They're maybe 10, 15 years max. Obviously, people like Joe. Some people even have to come back to the sport. You know, after, even when they've retired, we've seen that some of them come back. George Foreman was an example. He came back to fund his church and his family, etc. And you got to bear in mind that boxers are putting their life on the line. I'll just mute up that so you can see the text. He said, "The best decision for me and my family." And ultimately, it was an offer that I couldn't turn down, an offer that you'd be mentally ill to turn down. I don't know about that use of terminology. I think he gets 15 mil or something along those lines. I've taken my career, I've taken again yet another turn in a direction I didn't think it would turn into. But I want to maintain my relationship, Matchroom, specifically Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith. So when it comes down to a decision that I need to make, whether it's easy or not, or whether it's comfortable or not, it's a decision that I had to make for me and my family. Let's just pause it there. So he's saying that he's had to make a decision for him and his family. I wonder what Senior Ben, Senior Ben might not comment on it, because at the end of the day, it's his son's business, but it'd be interesting to see what his view on this is. I think a lot of the public, British public, American public, world public would want to hear what Senior Ben thinks about him taking the money on this occasion. When I'm done and retired, will anybody care about me? Good point. Well, then no. Nobody will. Right now, I'm hot property. Right now, I'm this. Right now, I'm that. I'm 10, 15 years' time when my kids are 20. So he's thinking about his children, and that is understandable because as a man, as a father, they're your priority. Them and your wife. He's got a wife. That's your priority at the end of the day. You want to do the best for them. Let's continue with this. When me and my family sitting down somewhere quiet, is it going to matter? You know? Yeah, so we'll leave that there. So that is, so we've got Dana White's view on the aftermath. This is my second aftermath. So I've done an initial video discussing the situation overall. Then I did a situation with some aftermath with some comments, not necessarily on this particular issue, because it was just a random video from Chisora in the last, 48 hours, saying that in the boxing game, everybody's, most people are scumbags. I'm not saying that he's saying that about any of these particular people, and I'm not saying that about any of these particular people, but that was a video from Chisora in the last video that I did. And then Chris Eubank, I spoke about Chris Eubank's comments in that video as well. But in this video, we're just kind of going over Dana White, and we're kind of going over what the man himself, Conor Benn, is saying about this after he's left, essentially. I don't know why he's not taking the call. I wonder if he talks about why he's not taking the call. Will another Conor Benn come along? Yes. So he's saying that Eddie Hearn could get another Conor Benn, basically. That's what he's saying, isn't it? Decisions for my family. So that's the theme. The theme is family. We know the reason now, and I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I'm going to end the video there. I'm not sure if there's anything else. Yeah, all the comments. You got was that French media talking about the comments that we just read from Dana White. Ignore those ads. As I said, Conor Benn spoken out. And yeah, that's it. Dana White, he called him blanket out. I guess he's talking about a cat or something along those lines. And just kind of said, is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn? Let's look at those comments again. We just end the video. This guy's supposed to be your friend. You're crying. He made more money. He's going to make more money, and he had the right to match it. And this is seen as a kind of doubling down. So yeah, big up everybody. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. The channel's really going. Really appreciate the watchers, listeners, and subscribers. And all videos on the channel are all alleged or allegedly. It's just for entertainment purposes. Do your own research. Won't be held liable for anything on the channel. It's just for your entertainment and information, alleged information. Done talking.